Hello developers! A few weeks ago, I participated in a game jam called the Brackey's Game Jam. So Game Jam is basically an event where game developers come together and make a game from scratch within a time limit. And for this Game Jam, it's 1 week. The theme for this Game Jam is Stronger Together. So me and my team decided to make a game where the player plays as a jelly, which becomes more and more stronger as you collect more jelly as the game progresses. So because we are working as a team, we need to first divide the task into multiple parts before starting working on the game. So mostly my part was actually coding out the logic and the game loop itself, and also designing the main character and enemies. So I started the whole development of the game by creating the main character that the player is going to play on, which is this tiny little cute blue jelly. Well, alright, I guess I'll just shut up and let you guys enjoy the creation of this flat little blue jelly. And with that, we have got our fresh new blue jelly as our main character. But right now, the scene is quite empty, so before moving on into the player movement script and coding, I felt like I need to create a model for the world of the dungeon. And with that, the dungeon wall is done. And just look at that, it fits perfectly well with the volumetric lighting from Unity's high definition render pipeline. I also went back to tweak the model of the character, but it was just some minor changes to make it look better. And with that, it was time to implement our third-person controller onto the character itself. And it didn't work. That's better. And by the way, what you see here is actually a fully procedural material that is fully dependent on shader graphs and noise. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff. Next up is making the pressure plate for the dungeon gates. As usual, I started out with modeling. I then quickly put together a shader graph to make the pressure plate looks more interesting. The code for the pressure plate was quite simple. First, we used the onTriggerEnter method to check if anything triggers the pressure plate, and if the pressure plate is triggered, we use the animation curve and some math to animate the dungeon gates so that it goes down. Everything was working as intended, but during playtesting, I noticed that players can quickly jump to the other side if the pressure plate was close enough. I fixed this by adding a huge box collider that blocks the path when the pressure plate is not pressed down, and also forces the player to place down the jelly to open the dungeon gate. I also implemented an enemy AI system which will follow you and knock you using the Unity's NavMesh agent system. The player can also attack the enemy by pressing left click to squash the enemy if the player's mass is greater than the enemy's mass. I also implemented a simple item system where the player can get keys from enemies and unlock cages. Last but not least is the trapdoor system, where the player can jump on top of the trapdoor to destroy it if the mass of the player is greater than the trapdoor, which enables the player to go to the next level. Lastly, I would like to thank all of my team members. About 80% of the models that you see here are made by all of my teammates, and also the sound effects that you hear in the game is also found by my teammates and added into the game by my teammates. And the level design in general, the whole design of these 3 levels is also designed by one of the teammates. By the way, I had a friend who actually played the game and recorded it and made it into a video, so if you are interested, please just feel free to go ahead and watch it on his YouTube channel. You can see all of the details on the itch.io page, and I hope you guys enjoy the video and also enjoy playing the game itself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.